All right. So welcome to ICD-10 Workshop number 2. Tonight we're going to do some practical practice problems or scenarios we're going to go through. I'm going to share my screen. Of course, all the little boxes are in the wrong places. All right. So ICD-10 Workshop number 2. I've got 6 practice problems, kind of a wide range of stuff. We're going to touch on the table of neoplasms, the injuries index, and just a little bit more about the placeholders, the X's, and stuff like that. All right. So our first little scenario, and it's actually, I feel like I did the the longest one first. Okay.
Yeah, when the long ones, when they be long like that, I think that's what really maybe
It's just trying to throw you off.
Yeah.
It's just giving you a bunch of information that you generally don't even need. All right. So we have an established patient complaints of shortness of breath. Upon examination, the doctor determines she needs more aggressive treatment for her current congestive heart failure. So where are we going to start with this one? What do y'all think?
Heart failure. Heart.
Yeah.
We're going to start with congestive heart failure.
Yeah, congestive heart failure.
Congestive heart failure. We're looking, and I should have put this on there, but this one, we're just looking for one ICD-10 code. Okay. And that's going to be for, like y'all said, congestive heart failure. Somebody might have guessed shortness of breath, but that is a symptom. Okay. Not the diagnosis. All right. So we started with congestive heart failure, which y'all, I will be honest, I went through all kind of different ways of trying to look this one up, and I had to go with failure. I had to start off in the alphabetic index with failure. Okay.
Yep.
All right. And what does it list after that? What do you come to?
What did you say?
That fits. After failure, it indents down. It goes through the body parts. So this is heart failure, right?
Yeah.
So you're going to go on down the indentation until you find heart. All right. Once you get there, it's going to list you some options under heart, right? And see, we're already in failure, so it's probably going to list congestive heart failure somewhere in there. So tell me what you get when you get there.
Okay, so I'm on the heart.
Gotcha.
So would it be failure, heart, congestion?
Congestive.
Yeah.
Should be on page 251, I believe.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay, now I see. I'm going down some more. Okay.
There you go.
Like acute adjust or chronic?
Let's see. Yeah, I think this one was
It says
current congestive heart failure. Let me bring that. All right.
Okay, so I'm looking at them, but
Yeah,
it
me
doesn't
too.
say like, it doesn't say a stage, it says more aggressive, you know?
Let's see. Failure. And then heart. Okay, there we are. Under heart,
Mm-hmm.
look about halfway down in that middle column under heart. You're going to see congestive with I 50.9.
Oh.
You know, that's what I was saying.
Oh, okay.
Like, that's what I was saying, like, it doesn't say which stage, it just says like more aggressive treatment.
Yep.
So that be my thing, like picking which one when it
Right.
has a bunch of options.
Yep. You know, and with ICD-10, just remember it's the diagnosis that we're looking for. So the shortness of breath is a symptom, but we're not going to code that out. The congestive heart failure is what we're going with. And it started with, you know, failure, then it indents down to your body type. So you find heart, and then you go through the heart options till you find the congestive. And it gives us, it's pretty direct. It goes straight to one code, and it doesn't give us a range. So that's pretty good. So the next thing we're going to do is go and find that code. The
Oh, that's, you know
I50.
what? And that's why I get mixed up at. I don't read the code directly after
And
before I
that's
make
where you
the
got to
choice.
go.
Oh, okay. I get it.
Yeah.
Read that code, the I50.9.
0.9.
Right. And that is going to be, I'll save y'all some time. It's page 903.
Mhm.
I've got it tabbed in my book.
Okay.
Y'all got it?
Because it's not,
Yes.
because I was saying that it doesn't tell you exactly what stage. So
Right.
it says unspecified.
Right.
Yeah.
It's going to be unspecified. And you'll see I50.9. It lists cardiac heart or myocardial failure, not otherwise specified. That's what that NOS is, not otherwise specified. And congestive heart disease and congestive heart failure, not otherwise specified. So that's going to be, and there's nothing underneath it. It doesn't indent down anymore. So that's our code. And you see that it does not have the little stop sign or the X, so there's no placeholders. If you follow this block up, it starts at I50 at heart failure, okay? And there's no little box with the alpha characters that we may need to add on to the end. So we're good to go with the I50.9. Got it?
Yeah.
Yes,
Makes
ma'am.
sense? Awesome. All right. Go number 2. Patient is seen for a follow-up for hypertension. He has end-stage renal disease.
I would start with disease.
Yep. This one is actually, you're going to have 2 different ICD-10 codes that are coming to play on this one. but let's go ahead and start with the end.
Hypertension.
I would start with the end stage renal disease. Or you could start with hypertension. You could start with either way. All right. So renal disease is of the kidneys, right? So you would start with kidney if you went that route. Or you could go hypertension, like you suggested. Good job. And then under hypertension, it'll indent down and list the body part. So it would be kidney, right? And then it indents down more to end stage renal disease. And that is on page 292 in the alphabetic index, y'all. The hypertension. So go ahead and find that, page 292. This book is so big and so awkward. All right, so yeah, let's see. Page 292.
Mm-hmm.
And all right, it's the middle column kind of up at the top.
Got it.
Got it?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah.
We got kidney. And then it's actually a pretty short little section. It indents down just a little bit. So let's see what that says and where does it end up, y'all? What code are we going to go to?
I12.0.
Is going to be 12.0. That is correct. All right. And that is going to be on page 890.
Yeah, I need to label my book.
Me too. I'm just getting it. I just got the CPT by myself, like just now. So
Yeah.
I'm not excited.
I was gonna ask if it had come in yet. I knew it should have been like yesterday or today, something like that.
Yes, and I looked up some stuff and I was like, I got it.
There you go. Awesome. That's what I like to hear. My boss called me today. My boss called me and asked me if she could open up my workshops to all the other medical billing and coding classes. If I would invite them to come and learn with us when we do our workshops. And I was like, sure, why not? The more the merrier.
Yeah. Learn from everybody.
Maybe some professors don't operate the same, like how we were saying yesterday. Where
Right.
we call you and talk to you.
Right. And not all of us do. But there's I think there's 4 of us and there's about to be 5 of us now that have courses. And I've got 33 students right now. And I know my friend Marcia that y'all have met. Marcia, I think, has double that. She's got like 60 students. So it gets to be, once you start grading and getting into things, it gets to be a lot. So what we do, and y'all, this is a great thing to take into the job place, collaborate. Like, I'm going to do these workshops. Well, Marcia already has other stuff that she does for us, for all the other instructors. Okay. And there's another instructor who focuses on something else for us as a group. And then we collaborate with each other. And it's great when you have a group of people that you can work with like that. It's really fantastic. And I hope y'all find that when y'all get to y'all's career. But all right, so page 890.
Yes, ma'am.
It was the I1 2.0. All right, so hypertensive chronic kidney disease with stage 5 chronic kidney disease or end-stage renal disease. Okay. Use additional code to identify the stage of chronic kidney disease. Y'all see that? It's highlighted in yellow, that little use additional.
Yes.
All right, that lets you know that not only are you going to put the I1 2.0, you're also going to use one of these other codes right here with it. And that's going to be your second code I was talking about that comes into play.
So we just pick which one we want, or
You pick
Like,
which
which
one
one
fits
would
your
you-
situation. You're going to have to go to those codes now, the N1 185 and 186, and see what their descriptions are, and you'll pick the one that fits our scenario the best.
Okay, so now it's making sense.
There
yeah.
you go.
On the additional codes.
It's additional. That's it. All right. And the ends, that's going to be page 1125.
So
Is
how
that-
did you label your book? Like by each chapter or?
Yeah. I did it by each chapter, by each body system. Basically, anytime that little edge change color, I put a tab. Pretty much. Almost.
But like, how did you label it? Like chapter 9 or?
No, I actually did, and some people do it by the chapter. I've seen people do it that way. I actually did it by an abbreviation of what it was. Like,
Okay.
I've got cardio on one, resp on another one, digestive on one.
Oh, okay. So when
So
you got to like the green, it says cardio. You just put cardio for chapter 9.
Right.
So basically, you would have to know like which
Is it
parts
is
you
at the
looking
beginning? Is at the
Not really.
beginning?
The alphabetic index is going to tell you where to go. As
Mhm.
far as, because your codes in the book, it's chapter 1 through I think 21, and the codes run from A to Z. It's alphabetic throughout the whole thing. Okay, and each chapter, most of them cover one alphabet. Some of them cover 2. That's why there's only 21 instead of like 27, or 26.
That makes sense.
But it's A to Z in there. So when that alphabetic index tells you where to go, you got to go to code in whatever, it's somewhere kind of in the middle, right?
Yeah.
And hopefully you have an idea of what your diagnosis, what part of the body it has to deal with. So you may recognize that it's in the cardio section or the digestive section, or whichever it goes. Give me just 1 second, y'all. I hear a meltdown in the making. In the back. He's back with pizza. So now there's a meltdown in the making. So where was I?
We're trying to figure out how we get to
How to label them, how to label it best. But yeah, so that's what I did. And it's like, once you get to your job, depending on your doctor's specialty, you may only ever deal with the cardio section if you work for a cardiologist. You may only ever deal with that one particular section. If you work for an eye doctor, the eye section in there is like this thick. It's real small. So it really all depends. But that's why I like to do it by body system. Because chapter 9 don't mean much to me, but cardio, I have an idea what that deals with. You know what I mean? So that's how I did it. I did just a brief abbreviation of whatever that chapter was.
Okay.
And I also have my tables labeled, the table of neoplasms. You have a table of drugs and chemicals.
Yeah, I need to label my book for sure. I'm gonna do it this weekend.
There you go, girl. There you go. And I also have y'all know there's an alphabetic index, and then there's an index of injuries. It's called your external causes. And we're going to actually hit that in one of the later questions too.
Okay.
But okay, so back to the question at hand. All right, so to get the whichever encode we need, page 1125, and read the two descriptions real quick, and y'all tell me which code it's going to be.
What was the page number again?
In
1000?
18.6.
1125.
In 18.6. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I'm getting the hang of it now that we actually doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I didn't know.
It'll
Like
click
some of the
now.
stuff I did like Google, to help me understand.
Yeah, me
Right.
too.
I didn't know after I got the answer, I would try to go find how
Yep. Me
how
too.
I did it.
Yeah.
Cause like I double checked my answers.
That's how I
after
had to learn it. And that's how I
Mhm.
do a lot of the questions and stuff that I do with y'all. If it's something that I'm not familiar with, I got to figure out what the answer is, and then I got to work backward and
Yeah, I do
figure out
that.
how
with
they got
some of the
there,
stuff too.
you know. And then you have an idea next time how to work it forward.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And it just gets, every time you do it, it gets more familiar, and things will click and click until it's just like, okay, this ain't so bad.
Yeah, actually doing it right now with you is like, okay, so it's making sense how it comes together.
Yay. Yay. That's the whole point of this. That's the whole point. Is to help y'all bring it together. Because I did notice that. I noticed on the tests and in some of the assignments, that's where a lot of people were struggling, were in those practical questions where you got to find the codes. So, that's my job, is to get y'all the education that y'all are here to get. So I'm gonna teach y'all a thing or two. All right, so that is correct. So our codes were the N18.6 and the I12.0. No placeholders needed, no extra alpha characters or anything like that. So we're good to go just like we were. All right. All right. An otherwise healthy patient is seen in the clinic for exposure to tuberculosis. Exposure to TB. That sucks. But this one is pretty straightforward. Pretty straightforward. Where are we going to start?
Tuberculosis.
Yeah.
Yep, you got it. If it just outright names a disease, that it doesn't get much easier than that as far as a starting point.
Z20.1.
Yeah.
That was straight to the point. Like questions like
Yeah.
that went straight to the point. They be simple.
Yep. You got to tuberculosis, and then under that next indentation down, you found straight up exposure to, so it doesn't get much more exact than that. So, but you still want to go to the Z20.1 in the chapter and double check and make sure that doesn't indent down or need a placeholder or something like that. Okay. So that was on page 2. Okay. Page 1628. Oh, there was a meltdown, y'all. I can hear it. So page 1628, and y'all tell me if anything else is needed or if we're good to go.
No. I'm looking at the bottom. It says it doesn't say anything else. It just says that is a purple dot. Unacceptable principal diagnosis. No.
Yep. But yeah, you're right. We're good to go. There's nothing else crazy that we need to add to it, and it doesn't indent down any. So it's good to go. Yeah, easy. Like I said, it doesn't get much more straightforward than that one. All right. So the patient presents with a contusion to the left cheek that resulted from a fist fight. Initial encounter. All right. So here's where that lovely external cause index is going to come in at. Okay. Because it's a contusion, but they're letting us know that it happened in a fist fight. So we are actually going to code and let them know that it happened in a fist fight. Okay. So we're going to start with the injury, with the contusion. And y'all tell me where we go from there.
S00.83.
That is correct. Page 172, you find S00.83. All right, I'm going to save y'all some looking. Page 1251.
So you gotta assign a placeholder and use additional characters.
That is correct.
So like with the additional characters, what do they mean? Like add the X to it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. That's where you're going to add that X to bring it
At the-
out. That's
at
letting
the
you know they
end?
want it. They want that seven character ICD code. Okay. So
But
our
when you
S,
do this, yeah, I'm listening.
your S00.83, that's your first five right there. Okay.
Mhm.
Now this particular one is going to have an A on the end of it. Right? Did you find the box?
Is it for
I think
the
it's on the page previous, if I'm not mistaken. All right, so
okay. And you add an A to it. Is it XA? Okay.
yep. And that A is the seventh character, so you only need the one X.
Okay.
And however much shorter that code might have been, like let's say it was like S80 or something like that. Then you would have added all those X's in there to make it 7 total. Okay. But this one
Okay.
was already 5 long, needed an A, so it's just the 1. So yeah. S00.83XA.
Okay, so it's coming to make sense.
Yeah, coming together a little bit. All right, so now let's code that external cause.
Now, where are we going for that?
All right,
The
so
injuries and something?
in your external cause injuries index, it's in the front of your book. Oh, let's see. Page, I'll save you some time, page 619. So it's in the area, I think it's the alphabetic index, and then maybe the external cause index, and then the table of neoplasms, and I think the table of drugs. But they're all in the front of the book.
Yeah.
So page 619. Sorry.
Okay, so I see what you're saying now. So they have like stuff that if you I see it now, like trampoline or okay, so then you go to assault, like
You want to know what the code for a tornado is? Because there's a code for a tornado. X37.1.
I think I'm gonna like coding because this is like it gets interesting.
It does.
Like
It does. And you'll be surprised, like especially if you work for a hospital, like I coded for a trauma surgeon, and I coded for a couple of hospitalists at Cabrini in Alexandria that would make rounds on all the different patients that were admitted. And I saw so much different stuff, and you wouldn't believe the things that people do. You would not believe the things that people do. All right. So for this one, it actually lists out fist fight.
Yeah.
It says to go to assault.
104.0.
Yep. And give me just 1 second.
Mhm.
I don't want to cough in y'all's ear. I'm sorry. I remember I was sick a few weeks back and still got a little chest congestion here and there with that. But anywho, so it tells you look up fist fight and it tells you to go to assault, and then you'll go assault. And I think it lists under their fist fight and tells you to go page 1590. Which one was it? The Y code, Y04. Did y'all find that one?
Yeah, why is it?
Yeah.
All right, page 1590. Big old book. Big old book.
So Y04.0X.
Hmm?
And then do you add 2 more X's?
It's going to be 2 altogether. Because at the Y04.0, that's 4 characters. So you need 3 more. So it's going to be XX.
X. X.
Mhm. And then you see it's got the little box right above it. So you know you're going to have to add that A on the end for initial encounter.
Okay, yeah. So it would say like subsequent encounter, or because I
It
see it
should.
says initial.
It should say it. If it doesn't, that may be one of those things that you have to go back to your provider and get more information.
Okay.
Y'all, I've had doctors, surgeons who would leave stuff out of operative notes. We'd have to go back and be like, literally, so was it the right hand or the left? And sometimes the notes would like contradict themselves. In one paragraph, he'd say it was the left hand, and in the other paragraph, he'd say it was the right. So you had to read over his stuff and then go back and check everything. So I mean, you'll come up against doctors like that, or nurses like that. They will leave out the vital information, and you just gotta let them know. If you want to get paid, I need all the information. The insurance company is not going to pay you without all the information. So, all right. So very good. So does that help us a little bit with the external causes thing? And y'all
Yeah.
look through there. There's some funny stuff in there. There's some really entertaining things in there. All right, so let's go ahead and move on. And does that should help clarify the little placeholders, the little X's.
Yeah, that definitely does.
Yeah. And just
Yeah.
watch out, always remember to check back to the beginning of the section to see if that block has one of those little, the green blocks that tell you if you need to add an A or a whatever to the end.
Now, when it came to questions like that, I did look them up and then try to go find the answer because I was like, I was so lost with them. It's like, I don't know.
And if
especially like on the test, I was just like, what? It's like, no.
I get it. And that, like I say, that's why we're here. Awesome sauce. All right, so basal cell carcinoma on the forearm. All right, so here's where we're going to get into our table of neoplasms. Okay. I don't have any tonight. I didn't pick out any tumors or tumor removals or anything like that required size issues. Let's get the basics down first before we start complicating things. So, excuse me, basal cell carcinoma of the forearm. Anytime you're dealing with any of the cancers, the neoplasms, anything like that, you're going to refer, instead of going to the alphabetic index, you're going to go to the table of neoplasms. Okay. And you're going to use it the same way. So let us, actually, I need this. All right. So go to your table of neoplasms. And we're looking for basal cell carcinoma on the forearm. So the way the table of neoplasms is set up, okay, y'all get there and tell me when you're there. Look at go to page 501. Because I want to explain a little bit about the columns.
Okay, I think I remember doing something like this. I think we had a question or something like this before.
Yeah, we've had one that has come across, one or two maybe. But okay, so the way this table is set up, all right, it's just like everything else. It's alphabetized and listed by body parts. Okay. And then you've got these 5 columns that have your codes in them, right? I'm sorry, 6 columns that have your codes. Okay. The first column is malignant primary. And that's going to be just your dead on cancer, basically. Like actually, okay, number 6, our question number 6 is lung cancer. Just straight up lung cancer. No other identifiers, no other anything, just lung cancer. So that is going to be in that malignant primary column because it's just straight up lung cancer. We don't know anything else about it, right? Malignant secondary is if they have a second kind of cancer or it presents in a second organ or something like that. It's not your primary site, but it is cancerous. All right, CA in situ or situ is basically, that means the cancer is in one place. It has not spread to any other organs. It is in one organ and it's there. It's basically encapsulated in that organ. It's not spreading out to other places yet. So when it's steady in one place like that, it's considered in situ. But your scenario will tell you that or not. It should tell you which column you need to be looking in, basically. Okay. Your scenario is going to let you know that. Benign, that just basically means it's non-cancerous. Okay. Uncertain behavior. That'll be listed in the scenario if it needs to go in that column. And that's just if the cancer is, I guess, affecting things that it doesn't normally affect. And they're not sure if it's going to spread or if it's not going to spread or something like that. I only did billing for a cancer center, so the coding is still kind of out there to me, but all right. So the unspecified, the last one is just that. If it's unspecified, if they don't know enough about it for it to be a different specific code. All right, so let's look at this one, the basal cell carcinoma on the forearm. So we're on page 501, right? And you do it just like you do your alphabetic index. You start with your body part or in this case, we're going to start with the body part. That's how it lists it out, is by body parts. And the biggest section in here is skin. Anytime you see any of the skin cancers like basal cell carcinoma, that's a skin cancer. It's actually a skin cancer that I have. I've had spots removed. This is a very general diagnosis for me. This is all over my medical chart, this ICD-10 code. Skin, they have cancers in all the other organs and places and body parts. And then there's one specifically for skin. Okay, and anytime you see the basal cell carcinoma or melanoma, carcinoma or a melanoma, those are automatically, you're going to think skin. Okay, those are skin cancers. All right, so this one is going to be on the forearm, page 501. All right, so we're in the skin section. And if you look, first column, left-hand column, about 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth from the bottom, you'll see forearm.
Mhm.
All right.
Mhm.
See also neoplasm, skin, limb, upper. Okay. And as it happens, limb, we're already in the skin section, right? So we just need to go from forearm to limb. Limb is actually in the next section over, the right-hand column there. So we have limb, and then what do we have underneath it?
Well, which limb? Like the lower?
Basal, yeah, the lower or the,
No, this is a forearm. This is a forearm, so this is gonna be an upper limb.
Okay. So C
C 44.60.
And if you look over back over on the forearm section, it tells you skin, limb, upper. So you go to
So
limb,
you put all those?
but no, you pick the one in the column that fits your scenario. Like if you look at limb and then you go down to upper, and then right below that it says basal cell carcinoma.
Mm-hmm.
And if you look, you see C4461, and then the rest of those boxes are blank. They don't even give you an option for the rest of them.
Mm-hmm.
It is what it is. But you see that little dot at the back of it?
Use additional characters.
Yes, ma'am.
So is that like the X?
No,
No.
it's not quite like the X. It basically is telling you that this indents down more. This gets more specific. So that means now we got to take that code, and just like if we had found it in the alphabetic index, we're going to go find it in the chapter.
Okay.
And that is
Excuse me.
page 696. Y'all, I'm hungry. I'm so hungry. But we're almost done. We just got one more after this one. So page 696. C44.61. It's in the right-hand column all the way at the bottom.
Okay, I see those.
And you see how it has the stop sign on this?
Yeah.
Girl, I'm gonna, ooh, she asking for it, y'all. C4461, it's got the stop sign. So it's gonna indent down. So let's look beneath it and see which one's gonna be our best option. And y'all tell me which one we going with.
The C44.611.
611. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's not specific.
Yeah.
That's it. Y'all got it. Perfect.
Okay.
Yep. And there's no X, so we don't need any placeholders. There's no little box telling us we need to add something on, so we're good to go. All right. So our last one.
I'm not getting the placeholders and all that, but bear with me.
You will. You will. This is really your first adventure into it. You'll I promise you it'll click at some point. All right. So number 6, straight up lung cancer. Straight up lung cancer. All right. So we know it's cancer. So we're going to go straight to our table of neoplasms, right?
Mhm.
All right. I'll save you some time. Page 492.
Yeah, I need to label my book.
Yeah, it's really helpful. It's really helpful.
Mm.
All right, so 492. All right, and if y'all It is in the right-hand column. About three-fourths of the way down. You see lung.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So this is straight up lung cancer. It's not giving us any other body parts or specifications to go off of. So it's going to be that first column, malignant primary, the primary cancer diagnosis. Okay.
Okay.
So that is going to be the C34.9 in that first column. All right. Then you'll go find that one in your chapter and tell me what y'all come to. Page 692.
C34.90.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. You got that right. All right. And the reason we went with that, you see that the only options y'all had there were unspecified or left or right. And we don't know which one it is. So we're going to stay with that unspecified code. All right. And there's no little box for us to add anything on. And there's no X letting us know that it needs placeholders. So we are good to go with the C34.90. All right, so I'm gonna post this on that page. I have not had a chance to make it yet. The coding workshop page. I will though, probably tomorrow. I'm gonna post this on here and it has, the last page has the answers on it, okay? So y'all can reference that back. If you can't quite follow me in the video, you got the answers so you can work backwards to try to figure it out. All right, so y'all have anything for me? Any questions, concerns?
No, I'm just still working.
Huh?
I'm still working on the test, so bear with me.
Oh yeah, you're fine. You have time. The test, I don't think I set that one to close till like the 17th or something. I gave y'all like oodles of time for that one to close. Just let me know when you're done so I can go in and manually grade it. When you get done, your grade is not going to be correct, so don't freak out. Okay.
Yeah, I see that. I see it said a C. So I was like, maybe you gotta go back and check the.
I want to say, have you checked it today, Precious? Because I want to say I looked at
You
yours this
reopened
morning.
it.
Yeah. But you had an A. Didn't you have an A? I think you had an A. After I manually graded it, I think you had like a 96 or something like that.
Oh, okay.
And your diagram, you want us to label the whole thing or just like the little box that has the zigzags on it?
You talking about for the assignment or the test?
The assignment.
The assignment, label all of them that you can.
Okay.
Yeah, see, when I did that assignment, now the 4 that was left, I was like, and then I even tried looking up other diagrams, but I didn't
It's
see
like
too.
oddball. I think I found like one of those in another illustration, like way at the end of that chapter in our book, but that was it. So just do the ones you can. I'm not going to mark you off for the ones that were not included in our chapter. But on the
I
test,
did it like 10 times and I was like, what's going on?
With the test, I did the same diagram, but there's only 5 options. It's a matching thing, and those are on that diagram. So you're good to go there.
Okay, because I was scared.
Can I?
Yeah.
I don't see my previous grade. I think it's back open.
Yeah, probably so. Okay.
Yeah, I don't see my previous grade. I just know that the first time I did it, it was a C. But you say I made an A, then I mean I would have to submit my test.
It might have not been this, it might not have been 17. I was thinking about it might have been
No,
16.
that was 16. That was
I'm not
16.
sure.
Yeah,
It's
that
the
was
end of the day. I'm tired and hungry.
yeah. Yeah.
All right. Well, do y'all have anything else about ICD-10? Anything like that? And again, we're gonna do from here on out, when there are practical assignments in the chapter, I'm gonna go through some of them in the weekly Zoom so we can get that practice in. And I'm gonna do CPT and ICD-10 workshops once a month.
Yes,
So,
ma'am.
but if y'all seriously, if you need help in between now and then, text me. Let
Yes,
me know.
ma'am.
Let me know.
Thank-
I'm more than happy to help.
Damn.
All right, y'all. Well, if y'all don't have nothing else for me, just have a blessed night and a great
You
weekend.
too. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
All right,
Bye.
ladies. Thank y'all.
You're welcome.
Bye.